If you're wondering why it's quiet here, it's because we're just at the tail end of the Evergreen Brick Works Farmers Market, and I'm talking to
Lacia from LPKS Culinary Group.
And we've got a lot of stuff that's sold out here, and what we're going to do is focus on what you have been serving here, and at the same time, you're going to be showcasing this at the Green Living Show coming up in April. So walk me through what you've got here.
Okay, so what we have here are a couple of panini sandwiches that we make with our rice bread, which is vegan and gluten-free. And this is one of the amazing ways that we can incorporate ingredients from various farmers and artisanal vendors at the farmers market. So the sandwich that we have left right now today is made with, it's called sweet beet. It's made with roasted beets and sweet potatoes, and then we've added some Kozlik's amazing maple mustard.
Now, you're showcasing this now on camera because everything else got sold out here at the market.
We had 4 other flavors of sandwiches.
Such as?
We had roasted root vegetable with hummus that we make. We had spinach pesto, spinach pumpkin seed pesto, and caramelized onion, butternut squash, and Kozlik's amazing maple mustard. And then we always have a sweet one, which brings in Choco Sol, simply raw vanilla chocolate, and some vegan marshmallows.
And all you have right now is just 2 pieces left.
Yes, and the one that we just heated up for you on here. Are you ready?
Yeah, actually, Tony saved this for me in case it got sold out.
Okay, so here we go. Da-da-da.
So it's always good to heat them up, I guess?
Yes.
Or you can eat them cold, perhaps?
You know what, you can eat them cold, but because the rice bread that we make is vegan, gluten-free, it's not yeast-based, there's nothing in there to really keep moisture in there once it comes to room temperature. So we like to heat them up because then it brings them back to fresh bake. And it's a nice breakfast snack or an early lunch snack at the market for people.
It's one of those 24/7 snacks.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. So when did you get involved in making this particular line here?
I'm just going to show you how nice and delicious it is right now. Look at that. Look at that.
Well, I'll tell you how delicious it is in a minute. But
We're
anyway.
going to have this in a minute. How did we get into making it? We have been making our rice focaccia for a few years since we opened the store at Queen and Broadview because we have a huge vegan and gluten-free clientele. And one of the ways that we incorporated using ingredients from the farmers was to put some savory product or savory ingredient into our rice bread. And then we realized that what we could also do was we could make sandwiches with that rice bread, and that's how the panini buns and the panini sandwiches came into play.
So these buns here are made from?
These buns are made from certified organic brown and white rice flour, a certified organic local sunflower oil, Atlantic gray sea salt, and alkaline water that we use at work. And they are vegan, they are gluten-free, sweetened with just a touch of organic agave, and then they're filled with whatever we can find at the market.
So how are these going at the market here?
These are going super well.
That's all we have left, by the way.
This is all we have left. These
I had a whole table full.
Yes. Because unlike the focaccia, which is right here, and today's focaccia has onion in it, these ones are plain, which means that they can be used for savory or sweet items.
I see.
So I use them for myself and for my daughter. Almond butter, a little bit of preserves on there, say from Stasis Preserves, and it's amazing.
It's a great alternative if you're allergic to wheat and things like that.
Absolutely.
Other flours. Tell me about the focaccia.
The focaccia is still one of my favorite kinds of breads.
Why is that?
Because it is vegan, it is gluten-free, it has no refined sugar in it, and it has no yeast in it. And I prefer not to have those things in my bread. I would prefer to have those in sweets if I'm going to have them. So this is just a lovely, lovely way of having a bread that can be eaten on its own or with soup, stew, turned into sandwiches like you're about to have right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you see. I'm just ready to taste this. It's a little warming up, probably a little too hot from the heater there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then if it should not get eaten and some of it tends to dry out a little bit, then it's perfect for making croutons. You can turn it into breadcrumbs, and there's just so many different uses for it. So?
This is delicious. The rice bread has a very nice texture.
Thank you.
Very different than regular breads.
It took about a year playing around with different variations of the recipe to come up with a nice texture.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let me ask you this. Why are farmers markets important to producers and farmers?
I think they're important to everyone because it is the best way that I can think of as a participant in the farmers markets and as a customer to know and have a better understanding of where our food comes from. So knowing that I can come here on the weekend to the Brickworks on Saturday and I can get our vegetables from Cookstown Greens, our fruit from Bijac Farms, our vanilla and spices from Whole World Trade Company, our chocolate and coffee from Chocosol Traders, our cheese if we're using it from Montforte or Fifth Town. And there are so many other people and vendors and farmers and artisanal producers we could get stuff from. It's them. Like, we know they are the people who produce it, who grow it, who make it. We know exactly what's in there. They know what they can tell us exactly what's in there. And we just have a much better understanding of the foods that we're putting into our bodies.
So I can say it's very important.
Very important, very important. And it's important to LPKs, and that's why we don't have dairy suppliers, we don't have produce suppliers. Our suppliers are the farmers at these markets.
Excellent. Your website is?
www.lpksculinarygroup.com.
And you're going to be at the Green Living Show at the...
We're going to be at the Green Living Show. We're going to have a booth at the Green Living Show. We're participating in the Farm Fresh Fair that is sponsored by Slow Food, Evergreen Brick Works, and the Green Living Show this year.
Because you're also a chef.
Yes. And we have an amazing partnership with Ninotech Maple Sugar and Nature's Way Organics. We're going to be doing sweet potato donuts tossing maple sugar, and then we're also participating in the farmers market section where we're going to be doing our panini sandwiches, which we're going to be sampling, and we're going to be doing take-home packs of those and of our rice buns.
Actually, and the focaccia.
And the focaccia, yes, and the focaccia.
Your favorite.
Yes.
Actually, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.